Yes. Welcome back to the channel GH247 News. Wherever you are, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the diaspora, in the US of A, in Canada, in the UK, or you are in Africa, Nigeria, Ghana, you are highly welcome to a very special edition. This is GH247 News, and the focus this morning is once again on Nigeria in crisis. Nigeria are in crisis. If you are a Nigerian, whether you like it or not, you better face the facts. It is very important. If you refuse to face the fact and accept the fact, you cannot get corrections made. It is time Nigerians begin to admit things are wrong and things are going wrong. Then only they can identify the problem and solve it. The government is in crisis, and ladies and gentlemen, it's a painful thing to say and announce on this platform that if His Excellency Bola Tinubu is not careful, if he's not careful, his government is about to be overthrown. Yes. President Tinubu's government is about to be overthrown by his own people. A prophet in Ghana, a notable prophet, a reputable prophet in Ghana, has spoken. And hey, sometimes we don't have to joke with some of these things. Apart from him, there has been a circulation of a memo earlier on, I think somewhere last week, warning the security agencies in Nigeria to be on alert because there is going to be an insurgent of Islamist insurgent in Nigeria in the coming weeks or days or months. Ladies and gentlemen, I wouldn't speak much. First and foremost, before I continue, I want you to listen to the prophet from Ghana speaking specifically about Nigeria. And that is why I'm here to send the signal. If they've not heard him, maybe somebody somewhere will hear this one and inform the authorities. This is coming from a reputable, notable prophet in Ghana. Please listen. I'll be back, and when I come back, I will now take you to the memo that was circulated about the insurgent of Islamist jihadists in Nigeria. Just hold on a minute, few seconds, I'll be back.
Sage from Ghana, Accra.
Yes. And when they are coming to take what they say, they will now begin to request for good luck, Jonathan.
I see.
As the Lord lives. And so that's the pattern of time. Exactly. So Ahmed Bola Tinubu, the way they handled him was not good. They handled him in a way is very, very strange. They were breaking into the distant house and everything. So they are meet human beings. It's a back and forth battle. And that's what will start pushing them more into this.
To Ghana.
Yes. Because they are pushing in. I told you, if they don't tighten the borders, they will be shocked. You can't two Ghanaians, you can't one Nigerian. That's how it is.
Nigeria. President Tinubu.
Ahmed Bola Tinubu. They would take him from there, and then that's where the problem begins. There will be uncertainty on the African continent, and that's the structure. Once they take him from there, it will trigger a whole wild line of operation.
So from mid-year, we are going to witness all these
things. Yes.
In Nigeria.
Yes.
Omo Niger. Montina,
those people that are two people that are managing defense and everything in Nigeria. Those are the people if he wants to ever deal with these things.
Pray for Nigeria. Many of us, we thought he was just joking. He said he hoped Nigeria will put its acts together, and many of us, especially Nigerians, reacted. But look, guys, a lot is happening in Nigeria that if care is not taken, the entire African continent will turn into turmoil. Because just like President Mahama said, if 1 million people decide to leave Nigeria, 90% of them will be heading towards Ghana. If 5 million out of 250 million Nigerians decide to leave right now, because of the Islamist jihad attacks. If 5 million leaves right now, you can guarantee that 4 million will be heading towards Ghana. And that is where the challenge is. That is why when we are calling on the authorities in Nigeria to put their acts together, it is very important that people like you, well-meaning people in society like you put your mouth in it. Don't just come on this planet and say trash. Be smart, be wise. Especially you that is in Nigeria, that you have no idea about Ghana. You have never even traveled outside your village, your city, your state before to another state in Nigeria. You've not left your state before even to Lagos state. Or you're in Lagos, you have never even crossed Badagry border before. Yet when they are talking, it's a small Ghana. Ghana of yesterday. Yet your people are trooping in every day. I will not speak much. I want you to listen to the next video again.
Potential targets include Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport in Abuja, Kuje Prison, and Wawa Military Prison. Ladies and gentlemen, the chickens are returning home to roost, I said. In my last video, I asked for prayers for Nigeria alongside Ghana's president. And a comment on my channel said this: why prayer when the military is all we need? But ladies and gentlemen, this is where a lot of people get it confused. This same military is the same group that is infiltrated by jihadists. I honestly sometimes don't understand how people still see the issue. They make it look as though the Nigerian military heads are completely exonerated from these crimes. Listen, what's going on in Nigeria starts all the way from the top to every section in the middle to the very base. It's a perfect case of not knowing who to trust, ladies and gentlemen. And I like this American quote, which actually says this: when you play stupid games, you win stupid prizes. And in Ghana, we say, when your mother is dead in the room and you continue to say, my mother is asleep, you still have to deal with that thing inside your room. And this, ladies and gentlemen, is how it relates with Nigeria's current situation. For years, including last year and now, the Nigerian government has been consistent claiming that there is no genocide happening in Nigeria. There is no targeted killings in Nigeria. Those are mere bandits, they say. They have defended everything as if the world hated them. And today, the thing that they have trivialized to the world is coming to their very homes. Abuja is the capital. Abuja houses thousands of federal government operators. Abuja houses Aso Rock, the presidential seat of Nigeria. Abuja holds the central military command of the country. Abuja is the face of Nigeria. And this same Abuja is the next target, ladies and gentlemen. In this same Abuja, every relevant person has a fleet of armed guards around them everywhere they go. So what is about to happen is most likely going to be targeting the regular people on the streets and in the buses. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm curious of how the federal government of Nigeria will treat this memo. I care to know the urgency and the commitment of this government for this memo. In fact, the discussions that will go on concerning this threat, I care to know about it. To say it is a false alarm will still leave you in the situation, whether it's true or not. The last jihadist attack that occurred in Abuja was in 2014. We are talking about 12 years ago in Nyanya bus parking bombing. 70 people were killed. And another happened in a shopping mall where 20 were killed. But that was 2014. The federal government of Nigeria since then has managed to prevent further bombings in the capital until this memo was circulated. Now, in 2022, militants attacked a prison near Abuja and freed hundreds of inmates, if you remember. But those were militants. This time, it is both Boko Haram, ISWAP, and Ansaru who are coming. They want to capture the airports and also free their fighters in federal prisons. If these news publications got it wrong, then I guess we all got it wrong. But until it's proven to only be a hoax, the memo suggests that the jihadists intend to take over the international airport in Abuja. As to when and how, that's unknown at this point. Nnamdi Azikiwe International Airport is Nigeria's premier airport, their number one airport.
Ladies and gentlemen,
it serves the capital
Nigeria
city and the government institutions. It handles
right now?
high-level
President
diplomats and
Ahmed
receives
Bola Tinubu
over 4.5 million passengers in a year. It is Nigeria's primary airport, so hijacking it will mean holding a knife to the throat of the federal government, ladies and gentlemen.
And the people of Nigeria. Indeed, Nigeria needs our prayers. My name is Salom. I'll be back with more exclusives. Shalom and peace.